Welcome to the Dental 18 podcast. I'm your host, Kiera Dent, and I have this crazy idea that maybe I could combine a doctor and a team member's perspective because let's face it, dentistry can be a challenging profession with those two perspectives. I've been a dental assistant, treatment coordinator, scheduler, biller, office manager, regional manager, practice owner, and I have a team of traveling consultants where we have traveled to over 165 different offices coaching teams. Yep, we don't just understand you, we are you. Our mission is to positively impact the world of dental, and I believe that this podcast is the greatest way I can help elevate teams, grow VIP experiences, reduce stress, and create A-teams. Welcome to the Dental 18 podcast. Hello, Dental 18 listeners. This is Kiera, and yes, I am still car casting. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning. I am driving on one of my favorite drives. So if any of you ever want to do one of the most beautiful drives, yep, it's from Reno to my parents' house in Sacramento area. You go through Donner's Pass, and this morning it is absolutely stunning. It has snowy trees everywhere, and it is just beautiful. So let's get to podcasting. Let's tell you guys some tips. So this one, if you guys caught my last episode on the physical therapy location, and this is going to be the follow-up to that of what happened. And my Alex, who does our show notes, is fantastic. And honestly, I wanted to say for the title of this one is Your Front Office is Killing You. Okay, pause. Yep, they are. Your front office is killing your practice. Or they could be. I'm not saying that they are, but I wanted that to be the title of this podcast because after the physical therapy, so just a quick recap if you missed it. If not, go take a listen to it. I dropped a lot of nuggets on that one. So with that, I talked about how this physical therapy location, they slapped a cancellation policy on me, and I was pretty upset with the way they did it. I'm not saying to negate cancellation policies. What I am saying is to be human with it. So after that, I got frustrated. I canceled all my appointments, but guess what? I still have knee and hip pain. So I need to find a physical therapist. So I picked up the phone and I, Googled physical therapy places. I don't really care. Insurance, out of network. I don't care. I want my knee and my hip to be fixed. So I started calling. Called the first office. Hello, physical therapy. Okay, I already don't want to come. The way you guys answered the phone, fantastic. Not won over. Hey, are you guys accepting new patients? Yes, we are. Okay, fantastic. You need to maybe take a few more cups of coffee to pep yourself up a little bit. Like, this is my first impression with your location. I picked up the phone to call you, and that is the first impression of what I'm going to hear. Cool. All right, great. First impressions are a lot, you guys. Within the first 3 seconds, I am determining if you're a friend, an enemy, or a potential mate. That's literally what I'm determining. This person is not a friend. They are not a potential mate. So that means they're an enemy. Those are your 3 choices. Friend, enemy, or potential mate. Enemy. I don't really want to hang out with you guys. I already know I don't like this office because of the first 3 words out of this person's mouth. So I realize I don't really want to go to this one. I call the next place. Same type of thing. It's like, thanks for calling physical therapy. Hey, do you guys, I've been really struggling with knee and hip pain. Do you guys specialize in sports medicine? The girl literally told me, I'm not really sure. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Are you kidding me? I'm asking you. I am a new patient who's coming in that's literally saying like, hey, this is what I'm looking for. Do you want to help me out with that? And you tell me, I don't really know if we do that. Okay, fantastic. So we need to make sure as dental practices, our front office at least knows what we're doing, how we're doing. Like, what does our practice do? Do we do implants? Do we do Invisalign? Are we in network? Are we out of network? They need to have that information so they represent your office of exactly what you are. These people were losing me left and right. And it's not because I coach on this. I'm just a person. I don't coach physical therapy offices, but I do know that I have, just as a human being, I am going to either judge you as an enemy, a friend, or a potential mate within my first 3 seconds of meeting you. I know that that's what's happening. And this was truly what was happening with these offices. So I was like, okay, I don't really want to hang out with you. So I call the next one. They're a little more peppy on the phone, just a smidge, not really a lot. And they said to me, like, yes, we're accepting new patients. Okay, great. When could I get in? Well, I'm not really sure. What? Why do people say this to me? So I wanted to I'm like, okay, this is going to be great. Let's do a podcast for all of my dental offices. So that way your front office isn't killing your practice. Because of these front office, I'm sure that physical therapist doctor is incredible. I'm confident of it. If not, well, that's on them. But I'm pretty sure that these physical therapy doctors are pretty great. Now, I'm sure just like most dentists are pretty great. I understand not all dentists are created equal, but for the bulk of the doctors out there, they're pretty good doctors. However, I will never find out as a patient if you're a good doctor or not, if your front office is not a good representation of who you are. You don't have to have the peppy girl on the phone or the whatever it is, whatever your style is, make sure the person answering your phone, the first person on your phone, is a good reflection of you. I just interviewed a girl yesterday to kind of become our like office manager of the consulting company. And I thought about it and I thought, would I want her answering my calls? Does she represent me and what I stand for? And I was like, no, she does not. She had much more, she was not as confident. She was more reserved. And I could only imagine those calls. Like people are calling like, hey, is this the dental A team? It's like, yep, you've caught the dental A team. And I was like, oh no. The dental A team is full of energy and we have fun and our core values are fire because we're on fire. I don't know, guys. I keep changing my core values. Are we fierce or are we fire? Please send me an email. Do you guys prefer us being fire, fun, integrity, results, and ease? Or do you prefer fierce, which is fun, integrity, extreme innovators, results, consistency, and ease? Which one should we be? Fire or fierce? I need help because I keep changing. Today we're going to be fire. I thought about this person who was interviewing for my company and thought, no, she does not accurately represent who I want my company to be. That is something I would challenge all of you. Look at the person answering the phone. Those of you answering the phone, are you representing the practice that you're in? Don't worry. Tiffany does not always have the Kiera spunk of life. But guess what? When she's working with me, she has the Kiera spunk of life because she has to level up. When I'm working with Tiffany, my leveling up is I bring myself down a few notches. That's leveling up with whomever you're working for. So don't worry. It doesn't mean you have to be that way. But when I'm interviewing, look to see, is this person going to bring people into my practice or are they going to turn people away from my practice? That's a very serious question to look at because your front office could be killing your practice and you don't even know it. Do they know the questions that the people are going to ask? Do they edify? So it's like, oh my gosh, yes, we're absolutely accepting new patients. And I will tell you right now that you have picked the best physical therapy office. That would have been a completely different experience. All of a sudden, you are a friend. I'm like, yes, I did choose the best dental office or physical therapy practice or dental office. Yes, I did. You just told me I did. And I like you and I believe you. I instantly have trust with you and I don't know why. I called a CPA. I needed help with taxes. The business is growing. I'm like, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Okay. That's most of our patients when they call the dental office. They know that there's something with teeth and we use this iron hook and clean off calculus. They don't even know it's calculus. We just clean their teeth and then we come in and take x-rays. That's about all most people know of dental IQ. Some people are a lot smarter, but that's the average person. So then I was with, I called the CPA. I'm an average person. I don't know what the heck I'm asking questions for. I interviewed 3 different ones. And I will tell you the one that helped me feel the most confident was the one who dropped little nuggets for me and made me feel very, very secure. That was the one that I was like, I don't know why, but I trust you and I like you instantly. Within the first, I'd say 5 minutes of talking to him, I knew I wanted to work with him. How did they do it? So these are going to be some tips for the scheduling people. 1, make sure that the personality of the person who's your main phone answerer, yep, these are usually the people that we just find and bring in because we're like, just answer the phone. You've got this. No. Make sure that they're a true representation of the practice that you have. If it's a spa-like atmosphere, do they answer it with a calm, soothing voice? Is it, are you a fun, peppy doctor? Do they have a fun, peppy personality on the phone? What are they? Are they confident? Are they calm? Are they collected? Maybe you should write the characteristics of what you would prefer your scheduling team to have when they answer the phone and then tell them, hey guys, this is the representation that I would prefer when we're answering the phone. My team knows, you guys, everything we do, my number 1 core value is fun. And it's because I really only think fun people are the only people that could trump, like having a fun in life is the only thing that could trump integrity because integrity rivals it right there. But I feel like people could have really, really strong integrity and be really boring and not fun. And I want a fun team of people around me. I love to laugh. I love to have fun. I love to make people's lives fun. That's what I'm looking for. So making sure, like I tell my team, I want you when you answer the phone, it better be a direct reflection of our company. And our company is fun, it's integrity, it's results, and it's ease. Think about Apple, Google, and Amazon. Those are the 3 companies I'm obsessed with. I want my company to be just like them. Obviously, ignore all the politics, but how they are. They make my life easy. They make my life fun. They they just blow my mind, like with how easy and customer service they are. They give me the results. It's always easy every time I talk to them. It's fantastic. They make it right every single time. So what is that? That's how I want my company to be. What do you want your company to look like? What do you want it to feel like? Make sure that your front office is actually delivering that. Otherwise, maybe they're giving off theirs. Maybe they've never known your core values. Maybe they don't know how you want them to answer the phone. But make sure, or if you're hiring, that you're hiring somebody who is very similar to you, because they are literally the representation of you to the outside world. They're the gatekeeper to your practice. They are the one who's encouraging or discouraging people to show up to your practice. And I say that with the most love, but also sincerity of how important I think this role is. So that's number one. Number two, make sure they know what your practice actually offers and they know how to help that patient the best way. Make sure that they know, do we do implants here? Yes or no? Do we do Invisalign? Yes or no? Make sure they know, do we have extended hours? Yes or no? They don't want to look like an idiot on the phone because that loses confidence. You want them to be able to answer confidently, like, absolutely, yes. My pleasure. I am more than happy to help you with that. Yes, we can. They don't have to know the nitty gritty of everything, but they have to be able to answer those questions. I remember I was working in a dental office and I was just moved to the area. I was in Arizona. I'm so embarrassed. People would call and ask me for directions to the location all the time. I had to quickly Google how to get there. And we were on Mayo. And there was the Mayo Clinic next to us. However, I'm new to the area. I have no clue that it's Mayo. Our road is Mayo due to the Mayo Clinic. So instead, I would tell patients, like, yes, we're on the corner of Shea and Mayo. Mayo like Miracle Whip. Like, that's what I would tell patients. I probably sound like an idiot because I didn't know Mayo Clinic was around the corner, but that's okay. I could play it off. But make sure your front office is equipped with the skills to confidently answer questions. Give them the scripting. Give them a quick notebook of like, this is what we do and this is what we offer and this is what we can do. Give them information on a membership plan. So if a patient doesn't have insurance, they can say, but we have our membership plan and it's incredible. A lot of patients without insurance use that a lot. Help them have the small tools, and you might not realize, but ask them the questions that they're being asked all the time. Your front office will have a plethora of questions they're asked all the time. I would role play out what we say when those questions are asked. Role playing, I know. Go back and listen to the episode where I said role playing is dumb. Like, you think role playing is dumb. I don't like role playing, but role playing helps us get into a perfect practice of what we're actually going to say on the phone when those questions come to us. And the more we practice it, the more likely we are to do this in real life. So check to see. So number one is make sure that they have a personality and they either can level up to that level or they are naturally born with that to be a direct reflection of what you want your practice to be. Number two, make sure that they have the information to confidently answer the questions that they will be asked. We really want to make sure that they have that so they can be confident in it. And number three, make sure that they listen to understand, not listen to respond. This does not mean that the patient has to go on for hours and hours and hours, but make sure that your front office is truly listening to understand, not listening to respond. So go back to, if you guys didn't hear it, go back to my physical therapy one where I was calling to cancel, but she didn't listen to understand. She listened to respond. Hey, I'm Kiera. I'm calling to cancel. She literally shut off her listening ears and was like, slap the cancellation fee on. I know how to take care of this girl. She didn't listen to hear that, hey, guess what? I'm calling because of this. And here's a solution. Can you help me out with that? She was listening to respond, not listening to understand. So that would be the third thing. And then the fourth thing I would suggest for your front office team is to make sure that they have incredible follow through, AKA integrity. I cannot tell you how much I stress this in my company that, hey, have a relationship with the words you say because that will build confidence and trust with the patients coming through. Meaning, if I say, you know what, I'm not sure, I'm going to get back to you within the hour, that they follow up within the hour. We live in a society where our words don't mean a lot to a lot of people. Hey, I'll be right back. They never show back up. I'll give you a call back in a couple of days. They never call back. Let me get an email out to you. They never send the email. To where we've almost become accustomed that it's okay to not have a relationship with our words. So think of if your practice, whatever they said, they actually held true to that. You would gain confidence and trust. Think about yourself. I will tell you, this is a huge confidence builder. I've done it myself. I truly have a relationship with my words. And when I don't hold it, I call my team and I'm like, hey, I told you I'd be here at 2:00. I apologize. This is what you can count on me for next time. And I hold up to that. Having integrity in the front office is paramount because it will build trust and confidence with your patients. Make sure that if they take a message, they deliver it and they follow up with it. They're taking a lot of requests. So making sure that they have a relationship with their words and they're full of integrity that is going to set a precedence for how your team and your office will work. If the patient knows whatever Kiera says, she follows through with, I need to make sure if I make an appointment, I follow through with it, because this is an office that holds true to their word. That will be night and day difference for your practice. It will change your practice for you. I guarantee it. So it sounds silly, like just answering the phone can truly make or break your practice. But that's why I wanted this episode to be called Your Front Office is Killing Your Practice. Your front office can really be killing your practice. We're spending all this money on marketing, but we forget that maybe some of the most valuable money that we could spend is on role playing with our front office to make sure that when those phone calls come, that we're answering it in the way that really reflects us, that makes sure that we have the information, that makes sure that we're full of integrity. Are we looking for those things? Are we doing those things? Because if not, that could be killing our practice, and that's such an easy fix. Just because it's easy doesn't mean, just because it's simple doesn't mean it's easy. It's such a simple fix. But role playing and making sure we hold them to that high standard of excellence, that's important. That's not necessarily easy. It's a simple thing, but it's not necessarily easy. There's a really fantastic quote that I want to end today's podcast with. And this is something that you could take to your front office or your whole practice in general. This is something that I tell my team. I heard it at a conference and I love it. It says, I refuse to lower my level of excellence to meet your need for mediocrity. I'm going to say it again. I refuse to lower my standards of excellence to meet your need for mediocrity. The person answering the phone, we're not lowering our standards. You're going to be a direct reflection. You're the gatekeeper. We've got to have our standards of excellence up there, because otherwise, if we're mediocre, our practice is mediocre, and that's what people on the outside think. We could be the best, most incredible practice, but they're never going to find out if our gatekeeper is not having a high standard of excellence. Front office, office managers, what's your standard of excellence for the front office? Do you have one? Do you know how you want that phone answered? Have you role played that out, or you're just like, hey, just answer that phone, get the patients on the schedule? No, get a standard of excellence for your front office. Have that book of excellence so they know. Keep it simple. I gave you 4 tactical tips today. Just keep it simple. Make sure that your front office is not killing your practice, but they're actually growing your practice. All right, Dental A Team listeners, as always, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll catch you next time on the Dental A Team podcast.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for being a part of our Dental A Team family. Now, we're going to take it to the world. So help us out. Help us positively impact the world of dental by leaving us a review, leaving us 5 stars. This is how we can spread it to the masses and help even more people grow to a better version of themselves. Thank you guys so much, and thank you for being a part of my Dental A Team family.